EastEnders Cindy Beale, that's of course actress Michelle Collins, is swapping the square for the stage as she makes her Edinburgh Fringe debut in Motorhome Marilyn.
So it's in a show that she came up with herself about a woman obsessed with Marilyn Monroe. And it means a month-long break from EastEnders. And Michelle, as you can see, joins us now.
I've not seen that.
Why would you want to leave that?
Well, you know, it's... Listen, I am loving it, but...
Yeah.
I'm loving it because Cindy's taken over the Prince Albert, which is really fantastic. So we're kind of seeing another side to Cindy, a lighter side, which I think Cindy can be exhausting for people to watch and exhausting for me to play.
I bet.
Which is why it's kind of nice to go off and do something else. And I think years ago, they didn't let people really go off and do many things, maybe the odd panto or something. But we have a very new, lovely producer, and I was kind of quiet. So when I kind of broached the idea, he said, well, maybe we can make it work. And he has made it work, which is really exciting. And I think you go off and I am going back, and you just go off and feel kind of re-energised, I think. You bring something else to the table.
I always think every time you do something different, you come back with sort of fresh ideas. Well, it's like having a holiday, isn't it?
Yeah, and also, you know, you're doing continuing drama. Literally continuing throughout the year. It's just good for the soul and good to go and do something else.
Go and sit on a beach. Yeah. You are going to tread the board
I know.
every
or go
day.
and do a bungee jump or jump out of an aeroplane, you know, midlife crisis. I'm going to do Edinburgh. I know.
What time is the show on every day?
So, have you done Edinburgh, Ed? You've done everything else. You must have done Edinburgh.
I've not done Edinburgh, but
not
I've been.
yet. Ed's in Edinburgh. I can see it now.
Oh, there's the poster.
But my daughter's got
done.
a play on. She's written every day this August as well.
Yeah, so
I know all about it.
Oh, you'll be coming up.
Yeah, definitely.
You have to see if you can fit.
I'm going to come see you too.
I'm 5:30. What time is she?
2 o'clock.
OK, yeah, so...
5:30 where?
So I'm at the Gilded Balloon in a venue called Dune Stairs. So, yeah, and every show... It is exciting.
I mean, especially as you came up with the idea.
Yeah.
So are you obsessed with Marilyn Monroe yourself?
No, I actually wasn't that obsessed. But, I mean, how could you... Is there anyone on the planet that's never seen... who doesn't know who that woman is? It's bizarre, you know. And she will be 100 next year. She would have been 100 if she'd... And she died at the age of 36.
Incredible.
Yeah.
What's an impact for somebody that was in our faces for actually a relatively short amount of time?
Amazing.
Like It Hot, one of the great films, one of the great roles.
And also, I think... so I wasn't obsessed with her, but I obviously knew it like everybody did, but I quickly... So I was in Hollywood. I went over... I used to go a lot over the years to Hollywood, doing the kind of thing where you'd go over there and you'd kind of stay for like a month or something, or you'd go for pilot season or something. And then I went much later. I kind of went in my 40s, which is probably a bit too late, because I was told you're too old for Hollywood, you know, that kind of thing.
You're too old for Hollywood. Because I saw that somebody said that to you.
Yeah.
That's extraordinary,
yeah,
isn't
it can be quite brutal there. But it's a lot easier now because we have self-tapes. And we have Zooms and things like that. So the character that I play, so I saw this woman about 8 or 9 years ago. I was in Hollywood, you know, where the Chinese theatre is, where all the stars are on the pavement. And I saw this woman in the iconic white outfit, the halter neck and the wig on. But I only saw her from the back. So she came out of this... She lives in a motorhome, and so my play is set literally in a little motorhome. And she came out and she kind of sashayed down, and I was like, wow. And she put money in the meter, and I just thought, this is really weird, you know. And then she walked past and talked to this guy, and they talked for a couple of seconds. She walked off. And then she turned around and waved, and I was like, wow, that's kind of my age. That Marilyn's kind of my age. How does that... And I said, who's that? And he said, oh, that's Motorhome Marilyn. She lives in that trailer, and she does the strip. Yeah. So, and I tried to find her, and I couldn't find her. And just this image of this woman, this older woman.
Yeah.
You know, and so I just came up with this idea about what it's like to live your life through the eyes of an icon. And it's a dark comedy.
Yeah.
But it's about, you know, what led her to be living like this. She came... Denise, our character, who's from Southend-on-Sea originally. Yeah. She goes to America in the 80s and doesn't make it.
Incredible.
And she's the Marilyn look-alike impersonator, and she kind of ends up
That's her life.
That's her life.
You mentioned that Hollywood can be brutal. Do you think, though, that that age thing is changing. It's easier now, you can do self-tapes, you don't have to actually go there. But is the rejection the same, do you think?
Oh, I'm sure it is, you know, I'm sure...
Yeah.
Listen, it's all smoke and mirrors, isn't it? You know, you've only got to go online and look at Nicole Kidman and Julianne Moore and all those... And they're probably all really competitive as well. And I'm sure the amount of work it takes to look like they do as well.
Yeah.
It is... But they also, I mean, someone, you know, Nicole Kidman, I mean, I've never met her, but she seems to be championing women a lot. She's taken charge of her career, and I think that's what women want to do now, and which is kind of what I've done as well.
Is it scary,
you've
the
got it
idea
yourself.
that you're
Absolutely
gonna be on
terrifying.
stage? 'Cause, I mean, you know, you're on TV, but this is live in front of
Yeah, out of my comfort zone. But I'm kind of, you know, I am that kind of person. I'm always doing 2,000 things at once. And so I really love a challenge. I have my own production company. I'm always doing lots of different things. And I want to work with new writers. We've got a fantastic, he's not that new, but Ben Weatherall, who's did a play in the West End with Ian McKellen for 6 months called Frank and Percy, which did really well. And he's a brilliant, brilliant writer. So I'm just excited, and I'm excited about Edinburgh Fringe to work with people like how old is your daughter? I'm sure
25.
There you go, and I'm 63. So, you know, and that's why Edinburgh's so fantastic. I've been there as a punter, but if people haven't been to Edinburgh, it's so vibrant and it's so brilliant and creative and fun. And I kind of say it's like the Glastonbury of the arts world. It's really, really good. And if you haven't been, you should go. So
just to repeat it, Motorhome Marilyn, Doon Stairs, Gilded Ballroom, Patter House, from the 30th of July, 25th of August, every day at 5:30.
Yes.
Have a fabulous time.
Thank you.
Exciting.
Sounds so good.
And you've got to come and see me if you go.
I'm going to come and see you, definitely.
Okay. And they're cheap.
You'll be there.
Everything's cheap at Edinburgh. It's not expensive, the shows, which is why and that's important, to keep the prices down.
You're brilliant. Lovely to chat to you, and we'll look forward to you, Edinburgh and in the Square as well.